Whoa, how cool! Yes, my theory works. So, my friends, you see how we're getting richer and richer. Hello, friends, my name is Annie, and today I'm going to show you what day trading is and how to start trading during the day. So, watch this video carefully and make sure you're subscribed to my Telegram channel. Every day, I publish a lot of useful information here about trading sessions and for your profitable trades. Let's start. And today our trading consists of working with the fractal, moving average and MACD indicators. We start working with the first currency pair and let's see what have we deal with. I'm investing $1 and will be ready to place options right now because I see an awesome signal. All candlesticks are below the moving average. Let's open a bid for a reduction. Great start! And for those who don't know what day trading is a form of trading when a trader should be able to trade during the day several times. Now let's trade. The situation is interesting actually, as we can see the upper fractal has just appeared, which means that the deal can be up and down. Moreover, the MACD indicator also points us to a decline. Super guys, that's awesome result. In fact, everything was a little predictable, but it's still nice to get at least a small profit. So let's move on to the next currency pair. The first thing I noticed was that all candlesticks are above the moving average. The MACD indicator also indicates an uptrend. Let's start and immediately open the trade up. Yes, guys, it's great result again. As for the indicators, I think they really help us in making decisions. So let's see what happens on the next currency pair. That's interesting situation. I don't recommend you to trade when the market's flat, but all the indicators again show us that we need to open a trade up. And I'll take this opportunity. Now we're raising investments again and opening a deal for an increase. Yes, we have a winning deal again. We just managed to fix ourselves in the right position, and in this case, I think that this selection of indicators really works. And if you're not sure, go to my Telegram channel where I'll tell you about it more. You don't need to be a professional to start trading on binary options. If you're a beginner, you can start with my signals, repeat step by step, and get the same result as me. Just follow the link in the description to this video and write me in messages. Let's go back to our trading session and let's see what we have in the next currency pair. So, it's a clear downtrend. I don't even have the slightest doubt that the downtrend movement will continue because the candles are below the moving average. So I don't think there will be lower fractal, to be honest. Therefore, let's not waste time and open a trade. Awesome result. In fact, working with day trading, you should also have your own goal for the day. And whatever your advice is, your goals should be really measurable. Let's see what we have on the next currency pair because I want to invest even more. After you define your goal, you have to realize what your resources are and what your entry points are. And in this case, I already have some nice resources. I think this will be a great entry point for us, and in this situation we'll win. Let's go! Again, we have an excellent result here, and by now I feel comfortable with this amount, raising it all from $1. I'm very happy with this. Using indicators, we get a good strategy. Let's look further. A downtrend movement again. As we can see, the MACD indicator has been in the lower position for a long time, and I think that after all, the price will continue its movement. And let's work on and increase investment and bet on decrease. Here again, there's an excellent result. I definitely advise you to try the selection of indicators because it works very well. And to be honest, I assumed in these situations that they would show signals so perfectly. Let's switch back to the first currency pair. We have already traded on it. Let's see what's going on there now. I already want to profit from it faster, and here we come across an interesting series of green and red candles. Let's work with our investments and be ready to put the option down right now. It's a great situation when we just catch that very moment. And in this case, I think it was shown by the MACD indicator. And that's why we just entered the right moment. So we'll look further. In this situation, I think that when you have all your resources, you should know that after you have a small amount on deposit or rainbow amount, you always need to find out your reliable platform. It's also really necessary to work with this. On this currency pair, I already have a feeling that this trade will be winning one, because all the indicators point us to downward movement. The upper fractal MACD candlesticks are below the movement average. I'm raising my investment again and starting downside deal right now. Cool, and again, excellent results. And I'm really sure that this lead to the best outcome of your case, and I advise you to join my Telegram channel. If you have any questions about the session or you take your first steps in the trading, you can ask me in messages and I'll answer to you all. By the way, what do you think about this t-shirt? In my Telegram channel, I have polls where you can choose your favorite outfit. And let's see what we have on the next currency pair. I'm not going to stop the session until I get more money today. Let's see what has changed on the next currency pair. After all, we're already trading on it. It's a cool situation actually. I think a fractal will appear now and it will be possible to open a trade up. Okay, great result. And before we stop, I must tell you that you should carefully assess the risk of losing money during trading, and please don't ignore the bad emotions. Guys, I'm sure that we'll earn a lot of money on this currency pair. Look, all indicators point are about to decline, but if we look, the price is at the support level, and I think the price will go up in the next minute. Well, that's great. This deal is profitable. As we can see, a fractal has appeared. This tells us about the price increase. To be honest, binary options are much more profitable than Forex or other types of trading. So let's move on to the next currency pair. There's a downtrend here and I don't see any entry points. Let's replace this currency pair. Let it be New Zealand dollar and Canadian dollar. It has a good payout percentage, and as we see again, all our indicators point are about to decline. Let's not waste our time and open a trade down. Well, it was an exciting move. You see, the price went down and I managed to catch the right entry point. And by the way, 1 minute was enough for this trade to close in a plus. But guys, if we had opened our position for 5 or 3 minutes, then our price could have fallen lower than our entry point with the option. And so it's a great move. Let's start trading on another currency pair. You can see that the situation has changed. The market is constantly changing. The green candle has crossed the moving average and this is a good signal to open a trade up. Let's not waste any time, let's go. Whoa, how cool! Yes, my theory works. A time interval of 1 minute reduces the risk. It was great and I'm taking my profits. And so again, we move on to another currency pair. The situation hasn't changed here, the downtrend continues, candlesticks are below the moving average, so let's open another position and fix out profit. It will be quite easy for me. By the way, the price is in a pretty good place where I can trade here. We're opening our deal for down trade. It's a great deal. In 1 minute step, I reduced my risk. In any case, this move is quite useful in some situations when you see some pronounced trends or some long-term solutions is better for you and you think that they're more reliable. Just do it. Just make the expiration data longer than your time frame. So yes, it really works and brings me clear advantages. Let's switch back to the first currency pair because I'm not going to stop there. Guys, this looks like a turning point. As we can see, the lower fractal has appeared. The MACD indicator is in the opposite position. A great chance to earn some more money and increase your deposit. I'm opening a deal for a raise. Very cool. The price has risen as usual as it was, and a pretty good solution. As you can see, the price rises step by step, and thanks to these price changes, I have already increased my account. This is so important to me, but my financial goal for today's trading session is much bigger. So let's check the following currency pair. By the way, friends, about currency pairs. As you can see, we're dealing with currency pairs. These are not stocks, these are not assets, and therefore you can ask me a question. Whether market psychology works with currency pairs, because it's quite rational when we talk about market psychology in the stock market. What about the foreign exchange markets? I'll tell you that market psychology applies to all assets classes, from stocks and bonds to forex, interests rates, transactions, and cryptocurrencies. By the way, we're dealing with currencies, and here, of course, a fundamental analysis also works as well as market psychology. And now I'm opening a deal for a raise. Great, and here I got my profit again. I'm very glad that I already have such a large sum. So I made the right choice and my wallet is getting bigger and bigger. Let's move on and see what we have in the currency ratio. I think it'll be very convenient for us and this schedule is more predictable. Let's stay here. I raised my investments and bet on a raise. My friends, I'm very happy to announce that we have managed to catch the right moment, and all this has shown us that there's a lot of time to work. The period for green candles has been revealed. That's why we have such a profit. And we move on to another currency pair again. Here is an interesting graph of falling and rising prices. Looking at our indicators, you can make a positive result in our direction. I'm betting on a promotion. So, my friends, you see how we're getting richer and richer. The more money I invest in investments, the more money I earn. And by the way, let's continue, and I bet that we have a different currency ratio. And if you're not sure about the next step, you should think about having a mentor coach. That's why I invite you to my Telegram community, where I can tell you all the details about the strategy, a simple strategy on Quotex, which are really popular and work very well in many cases. When I trade, just look at the amount of my account. I'm instantly glad, and this is the best strategy for us traders here on Quotex. And so guys, I'll be very much waiting for you in my Telegram channel, where I'll tell you more about all the possible pitfalls of the strategy. It was a good session. I'm very pleased with my result, and I'm sure that you know how to use the best simple strategies on Quotex. And I highly recommend you to use it because it's the best interface I've used. Subscribe to my YouTube, put likes and comments. This is very important to me and I want to see you as soon as possible. Bye bye.